Whatever's left. I want to get into a focus on amber, one of the most wonderful stories. You talk about buying something with a backstory. This is from Ukraine, and there's a lot to discuss with this. I'll say again, this is from the Ukraine. And as you would imagine, getting amber from the Ukraine is not easy to do. Amber in all of its glory, I mean, tens of millions of years old. When you hold amber, wear amber, it evokes a certain feeling and a certain sensation. It's cooling, soothing, yet warming. It is brilliant. And the size and, quite frankly, the appeal of this necklace is in the color and it's in the impact that this has. This isn't shy and retiring, Jay. There's a lot of amber here for $119.98.
Okay, this is brand new. Again, Adam and I are having the privilege of getting to launch this. You know, the original price that we did was a fantastic price. And then because of the event, they've already done a sale on this, right, which I think is, just says a lot. Now, we're gonna be showing you amber, so you're gonna think, oh my gosh, you know, amber is readily available. We'll just go out and grab amber. I just wanna let everybody know how rare amber is and getting, and in
more than ever.
More than ever. You're gonna see some pretty shocking things coming up in the amber.
That's surprising.
This material, okay, comes from Ukraine. Now, actually, we're showing you the area that this is mined, and this is actually the village where our friends live that actually, they don't really mine this per se, they harvest this. Okay. And it comes out of a swamp area. And when I say swamp, everybody always envisions palm trees and gators. Okay, it's not a Florida swamp, but there are other swamps, okay, in swampy areas. And what it is how they harvest this, and you're showing that right there is actually, it's in a swamp area, a wetland area. And you saw the sorting belts there. Now they've pumped this out. In most cases, they've drawn that dry. You can see there where it's still, where the ice is over it when we shot this. And what they do, you can see the big, like, air compressors. And yes, what they do is they go down and they blow this off the bottom of that wetland area, the swamp area. And it floats to the top because that's one of the properties with amber. It's lighter than water. And then they have a guy with a fish net that walks around, and all he does is scoop up the amber that pops up. They take it to a dry area and they pop it in there. Then they bring it to the sorting shed and they start sorting it by color, by size. Now, here's an interesting thing about this Ukrainian amber. It comes in 3 different colors. It comes in like a real light yellow, like a medium, and then like a dark, like almost like a root beer, or in this case, almost like a cherry amber, yes, cherry color. There is 0 butterscotch in this. And I was talking to Adam before the show, and we were talking about amber. And he says, you know, you got some really cool amber designs coming up. And I was telling him, this carbon dates back to 30 to 50 million years old. This is you're looking at a prehistoric fossil. This is fossilized tree resin, but it is actually a fossil. The thing that's happening in the amber world is this. Okay, I have a source in Colombia where every now and then I get some green amber. And when I say every now and then, more than now. Okay, my only other resource and my main resource for over 20 years was through a friend of mine in the Baltic, and a Russian friend that actually in Lithuania in the Baltic, and they dove for it. And they got to the point where they weren't really getting any amber. Their bottom time, since they have to dive, you can't be down there for like 5 minutes, right, and then decompressing for 50 minutes, right, and make a living, right? So it's all but gone. I don't know anybody that really has the Baltic amber. Same thing with butterscotch. That was the only area that got a butterscotch. This material, about 5 years ago, I was introduced to the Ukrainians. We buy a lot of material from them. Anybody that's now and present knows what's going on in Ukraine, right? I will tell you right now, I have not been able to contact any of my friends there. We don't know what's going on. We have no clue. There is no communication. Absolutely. I don't know what's going on. I certainly will tell you they're not harvesting amber right now,
Right,
though.
right.
And what's happening in the amber world is this. Now, we have a nice stock of amber because we used to buy it by the container load, so we've got amber to work with. But we're already seeing it. The amber prices on the commercial market are skyrocketing. And it's just because everybody wants it to manufacture with, and it's all about supply and demand.
Sure.
And there is huge demand, very little supply. What I love about this is a brand new design. Look at these. These are all hand-carved beads.
Yes.
And this all is hand-carved out of the natural amber, and this is all Ukrainian amber. We color sorted this. We tried to do, get it all about the same color.
Yeah.
We spend a lot of time doing that. But if you look at this and look at this finish, I want you to think about with this. This is all hand polished, and amber, you can't polish it just like anything. It's not like a stone where you go out and just polish it.
Yeah.
You have to have somebody who really knows what they're doing. We actually buff this out with a leather wheel, with like a real soft leather wheel, and that's how we get the polish on.
If you want to grab that one at $119, it is available, free shipping, flex pay as well. Just a great, great opportunity. And we're spending about 10, 15 minutes on amber. We're focusing on amber and all the glory of amber and all the beautiful colors of amber. So stay with us because there's some other options you might want to investigate. Also in this, we do have perhaps is this like the biggest amber